We'll move to the deliberation agenda. The Granbury Cultural Arts Commission, the GCAC, will now present the biannual report. Mr. Kaufman.
I think we'll turn it over to Ms. Tammy Dooley, our Director of Tourism, and obviously the Arts Commission falls under tourism, and I think we have Cora Werley going to speak to us, but I'll let Tammy go. Take it over.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, City Council, Mr. Kaufman. It is very exciting today to welcome the Cultural Arts Commission to present their biannual report. It has been a great year of planning and working as a commission to move art forward in Granbury. Last time the commission was here was to present the Public Art Master Plan, and the group has been steadfast at working to finalize the application to the Texas Commission on the Arts to become a cultural arts district. As staff liaison to the Cultural Arts Commission, along with Kristen Gibson, who is here tonight, it is exciting to see this goal come together. As you know, art tourism is an important partnership between the creative community and the tourism industry by showcasing how art can uniquely benefit a community, especially through tourism economic impact. With that said, I don't want to steal the thunder of Cora, but I would like to introduce the Commission Arts Commission Chair, Cora Werley, who has done an amazing job in moving this process forward. She has spent countless hours and dedication to this commission, and I would like to thank Cora and the entire Arts Commission for all they do for the city of Granbury. Some of whom are here tonight, and I would like them just to stand up maybe for a minute. Stacy Watkins, Sheshi Langford, Mariella Riley, Mickey Parsons, and of course Kristen Gibson. And then I'll turn it over to Cora.
Thank you, Tammy. It's always fun to follow Tammy. She makes you sound really good. So today, we're going to be looking at the biannual State of the Arts Assessment, which I'm pretty sure you have in your packet. So I'm not going to read it to you, and I'm not going to cover every point. If you have questions, happy to entertain them. But I would like to point out that this is all based on the master plan that you approved last year. So according to that plan, you're supposed to have a biannual assessment of the arts. The last one was done by Heather Cleveland. Some of you will remember that. And so this is the first one that we've done. We did accomplish some of our goals from that master plan. We have some in progress, particularly the one that Tammy mentioned about applying to the Texas Commission on the Arts to be designated, this will be our name, Granbury Cultural District. So you'll be seeing that everywhere, Granbury Cultural District. We've also been developing a call for artists. We've been working on a walking map. We have 2 pages of things we've accomplished, not like we're a little bit proud, but things are happening here. I mean, there's things that you need to know about. A big one is Harvest Moon back on the square. That's iconic, and it's done. So it'll be there from now on. Children's Creations is going to get bigger and better, which draws a lot of kids and a lot of their parents with money to spend, so that's all good. We have several people who are getting involved with the Texans for the Arts. Stacy is actually designated one of their advocacy leader coalition partners, I guess it is, which is great for us. That's statewide presence. We have a new art gallery, new music venues, new culinary venues. Stacy and I have started, thanks to Sam Houston, an article in the paper once a month about the arts where we can say anything we want. And that's been pretty fun. And we have 2 new murals. We have increased promotion of studio space in Langdon. We have the Brian Cloudis. I don't know if how many of y'all have been to those experiences, but that's a brand new thing. And we have Best Destination for Foodies in Texas. We have the 40th Texas Music Friendly designation. People are becoming aware of what Granbury is and what we do. And not that they haven't been for a while. We have some new art shows coming. She mentioned the time that has been spent working on this application this year, and it's because there's a lot of money involved in that. I think the numbers that we have in here were Granbury generated $52 million in travel spending, and there's all kinds of ways you figure out how much of that is art. You estimate how much of that is art or cultural tourism. 25% of that That's a huge thing for our community. I mean, we have a lake, we have all kinds of other cool stuff, but arts and culture, that's who we are. And part of that is historic preservation, also who we are. So with that in mind, there's a couple things that we need to ask you to do. One of them is the resolution, which we'll discuss separately, but I want to point that out. You should have that in your packet. The mayor has been very generous in volunteering to do for the city to do whatever is, I know, he's volunteering Chris to do, whatever we need done to promote the arts, and that's a wise path to be on. One of them is signage, and we've already talked about this. I know y'all are in support of that. There will be some more direct requests for that, because people don't know where the art is. You've had some pictures up here of some great public sculptures that if you don't know where to go, you can't find them. So we want people to find the art. We've had a citizen or two discuss starting a fine art museum. We don't really know where that's going to go. But if we can discuss that with anybody, we should. We should be discussing that with anybody who's willing to consider doing it. So we're asking the city for help with that. And the last thing is, and I'm not asking for this yet, but we are a 7-member volunteer board. And when we get this designation, there's a lot of work involved. Not just managing the cultural district, which is what we're already tasked to do, but also there's just reporting, and there's so much work. We're going to need an employee. So you're going to get a request down the road, and Chris already looking at me like, what? Yeah, no, it's not time yet. I just don't want you to be shocked when the time comes. You know, what do they want an employee for? So we do as much as we can as volunteers. And I want to point out one, I think this was in your packet. It's been withdrawn, and we're not going to discuss the project. But do you remember the picture of the butterflies? That's one of the ways that this commission works the way it's supposed to. Because that person, who's a very creative entrepreneur, wanted to do a certain kind of statue that wouldn't have been representative of our community. And she somehow got to the mayor, who sent her to us, which is what should happen. So she came to us with this idea, and we met with her, and we treated her with respect. We are very honored to have a young person. I mean, she can't be over 22 or 3 years old. I could be wrong, but anyway, she's a young person, an entrepreneur, and wants to make money putting art in Granbury. So we just talked to her about who Granbury really is. And instead of the prior statue, we're going to have butterflies. So we're on the Monarch Trail. We're part of the mayor's signed us up for what's that called exactly? The mayor's Monarch, yeah. So butterflies are perfect, and they're going to be this big. Yeah, so you're going to see them. They can't be on the square. There's some rules, but you'll be seeing them around town. And I want you to think about that's what your art commission is doing. So that's all on the report. Does anybody have any questions?
Council, questions? I think you covered all the bases. Do you have something, Chris?
We appreciate your report. We do want a written copy. It's not in our agenda packet, so if we can make sure that Tammy gets it to us, that would be great.
So sorry. Thought it was in there.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
No problem. We
Okay.
appreciate the report, though.
I think all I'm supposed to do is ask you to accept it. So at some point, please accept it. Receive
It's
it.
kind of like our audit. We just receive it. There's
Okay.
not a vote, so
Good deal.
we appreciate it. Y'all have any questions? I'm really excited about y'all rolling with this program. It's really good, and we've been striving towards this for quite some time, and new breath of momentum going. And I hope that we're successful in our grant submission and get that. That's the next agenda item. But we've applied for it twice, and they've rejected us 3 times, and they've rejected us. So I think we got a much more robust application this time around. So
The main reason being that the city's involved.
yeah,
So
good.
it's really up to y'all, so thank you.